Yo, what is going on, everybody? Today I am ranking MCU movies and shows. And the reason I'm doing this is just because I'm not used to talking to a camera that much. I just want to talk about whatever so that I can improve my speech. And I hope that I can be entertaining. I'm not really a movie person. I'm not a movie critic. I don't watch everything that comes out. I don't even watch all the most popular movies that come out. Whatever. Whatever. So that's what it is. Let me flip. Bam. So here's the collection of movies and shows. There's some stuff that's I would call not MCU in here, I noticed. Like Jessica Jones. I mean, I don't know, maybe. Categories are Phi, S tier, which I just call Phi, A, B, C, Yikes, which is F tier. Hold on. I never watched, and I kept never watched on because there are some I have never watched, which is whatever. Casual fan here. I've seen all the movies except for one. I've seen some of the shows. I've read one comic, like the whole run. I read the Hawkeye comic that the Hawkeye show is based off of. Good stuff. It was considered one of the best. That was considered one of the best ones. And so I was told to read it. It was good. Other than that, not super big into not like super hardcore into the comic book stuff or even movies. Why am I even making this? I don't know. Hopefully you guys like this. I'm going to spend as much time as I want on each thing. If I have nothing of substance to say about a movie, it might be extremely short. Some of these might be extremely long. All right. Starting off, Iron Man. Started the whole series. Obviously, Iron Man he's just the GOAT, basically. Oh man, this is difficult. This story, it is your origin story. It is your sort of usual comic book story where there's some technology, and then the good guy that gets the technology, the bad guy gets the technology, and then they fight as robots. But this has more. I mean, it's more political. There's more, Middle Eastern stuff going on. I think the plot is just it's more humble in that way. It's very of its time, but it's aged well, like really good. A lot of these movies I rewatched in the past few years. Obviously RDJ. I mean, nobody else can be Iron Man. Let's be real. Let's be for real. This is Phi. This movie's Phi. I know a lot of people would not do that. But, I mean, come on, bro. That's all I have to say about that. Phi. The Hulk movie, to be honest, I think I watched it when I was a wee lad, when I was young. So, unfortunately, that's going to go down here. Though I will say, they should have kept, what's his name? Guy that plays Hulk in this movie. He's in Fight Club. What is his name? I don't know, but probably should have kept him. Even though I haven't seen him as the Hulk, probably should have kept him, in my opinion. Them switching that out is probably the reason I haven't watched it either, unfortunately. Oh, well. Iron Man 2. Not quite as good as Iron Man 1, but it still has the same feel. It has the same energy. Like, it's pretty good. I think there's a lot of Iron Man 2 lovers. I mean, there's Iron Man 3. Oh, man. Jeez, I had to edit those out. I don't know, but Iron Man 2, it goes in B. It's all right. Thor is the first time we're off of the planet. We are not on Earth. And I think they do a pretty good job with Asgard. Like, it's this magical place. Maybe they could have fleshed it out a little more. I always want to see more in Asgard specifically. but it's just more like it's a little city, even though they're so powerful and they're so old. It's your classic fish out of water story. Thor goes to Earth, and then all the humans act so weird and stuff to him. People say this movie's kind of mid. It's all right. The character of Thor is very different than later on. He's very stoic. I guess not all that much to say about this movie. I do have to comment about how they tackle space later, because like in Ragnarok they really fix it up, like they make it something exciting. But for now, Thor 1 B, we'll put it B. Captain America, I'm not the biggest Cap guy, not gonna lie, not the biggest Cap guy, but this movie throws you into a different world. I mean, it's a whole different time. It's 1930s and 40s. So, and I think this is about the only movie that does that, where you're in a total different time period than when the movie came out, except for maybe Captain Marvel. And there's just not a lot of movies like this anymore. I mean, you're thrown into a total different world. Like it's just something else, and it's a good story too. This is really solid overall, honestly. I would put that A. Avengers 1. A lot of Avengers 1 glazers. I'm not the biggest Avengers 1 glazer, but it is something just unique in general to see all these different movies come together. We've got 5 movies on here so far, and they all come together to be something greater. And I mean, it's solid. I don't really have much to complain about. The cast, I kind of like how the Avengers, you think they get along well. Like, you think it'd just be whatever. They're arguing, hating. That kind of makes it better. Or maybe that's what every crew is. Maybe every ensemble crew is actually just, whatever. I don't know. It goes A, It's good. Iron Man 3. Maybe they could have waited a little longer for this movie. I think it would have been cool to see Iron Man in like a more recent movie, just to kind of see how they tackle him much later, kind of like a Logan. Have you seen the movie Logan? Something like that. But I think it was a super high selling movie, obviously off the end of Avengers. They give this dude PTSD or anxiety, whatever, which is kind of fi. All the suits, super cool. Suit up scenes, super cool. But yeah, this honestly kind of blends into Iron Man 2. Like, I get those confused a lot, which is maybe good. Maybe consistency is good. I don't know. I put it about B tier. There's probably going to be a lot of B tiers. Am I going to organize within the tiers? Maybe if I feel like it. But for now, no. Thor 2. A lot of people hate Thor 2. I'm not one that really likes Thor 2 that much either. But I don't think it's terrible. A lot of people today will still say that Thor 2 is the worst movie, and it just makes me think like because we've always called Thor 2 the worst movie, that you still have to say that today. You don't have to say that today. There are worse movies that have come out. When you actually look back at this movie and you watch it, it kind of like reminds you of just the lighting, the themes, the dialogue that they used to have. Like, it was just good. It was just consistently good. You know what I mean? That being said, C tier. You know what I'm saying? Captain America, Winter Soldier. Everybody glazes this movie, dude. I'm not that big of a glazer. I haven't seen it in a number of years. Maybe I should watch it again. That being said, I don't have that much to say about it because I haven't seen it in all that long. So, you know what? I'm just gonna put a B tier. Sorry, dude. Everybody clicked away from the video now. Dang. But we got Guardians. We got Guardians next, and this movie is what took the concept of space, just anything besides Earth, and just put it to the ceiling. Like James Gunn, the vision he has for space, making that stuff fun. Wow, just incredible. CGI all looks good. You think it'd be kind of difficult to get something like that looking that good. I guess, I mean, I'm sure it was, but it's effortless. It really is. The humor is something that is just taken to the next level in this movie. Big tone switch from before, I would say. Well, there was still a lot of goofy jokes, let's be real, in a lot of these that are almost slapstick. I don't know. This one's just great. You get to see the background of Thanos. The second Doom trailer just came out. A lot of people are saying there's no build up to Doom, which is not a whole lot. People say there was no build up to Thanos, though. And in this movie, I mean, you get to see how Drax, Gamora, Nebula their lives were just completely ruined by this dude. And they just live in despair. And I don't know, the character building. I mean, first big ensemble of original characters. They just nailed it absolutely. What a movie! It's S tier, 5. All right, Guardians 1's 5. I will say it's a little bit cringe watching later on, just because I don't know, some of the jokes. It's like, okay, this is 2014, and at the end he's like, "We are the Guardians of the Galaxy." It's like, all right, bro, chill out, Chris Pratt. Daredevil, I wouldn't even really consider this MCU. Should I make it non-MCU category? I think I should. Even though I have seen this and I really like it, I do want to keep it more focused. Daredevil's like my favorite superhero, but I'm just going to put it, you know what, never watched / not MCU in my opinion. Okay. Avengers Age of Ultron. A lot of people say, oh, this is the worst Avengers movie. This movie sucks. This movie's great. What are we talking about? Just to see everyone chilling, having a good time. It's just solid. Like, it didn't need to be. I think the Avengers needed more time to just be a team. And it did a great job. You know what I mean? Would I put an A? Maybe low A, high B? I would probably rate it the same as Avengers 1, to be honest. What do you guys get mad about? It is that good. It's a good movie. They talk about AI taking over. They talk about you get the Vision from that. He has this wonderful dialogue at the end of the movie. It's kind of about war and peace, good and evil, AI versus humans. A lot of deep themes. All right, y'all need to clock in. Hawkeye lore, y'all need to clock in. Ant-Man, I'm just gonna put it in C, because I've just never found Ant-Man to be that entertaining or exciting. I'm sorry. Maybe they should have made it Hank Pym instead of Scott Lang. Maybe not. It's a funny movie. Ant-Man 1's probably the best of all the Ant-Mans. Maybe I'll put low B. Maybe we'll see. I kind of want to keep it C for now. It just didn't. The magic was lost. Something happened here, and I just didn't care for it. Jessica Jones, I have not seen. Daredevil season 2, good stuff. Really good stuff. You got Frank Castle coming in. I'd do it again. I'd fucking do it again. Amazing. However, not MCU in my opinion. Civil War, really good movie. You know what I mean? It sits in a weird spot. This is probably the hardest one to rank. Let me take that off a B. I don't know where it goes. Oh, this one's so difficult. I did watch this recently. It's Avengers 2.5. You've got Cap on one side, realizing, oh, this is my favorite. Oh, let me tell you, my favorite part of this movie is that in the Avengers 1, Cap's on the government side, and Iron Man's on his own side. In Civil War, Iron Man's on the government side, Cap's on his own side, just because of their personal stuff, what they dealt with in movies since Avengers 1. Which, is genius. Come on. That's genius writing. So just for that, honestly, just for that, A tier. Now that I think of it, That movie is that good. Seeing them go head to head, I mean, how can you not? How can you not love that? You get introduced to everybody: Spider-Man, Wanda, Black Panther, fire, 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 all of them, right? Luke Cage, not MCU. Haven't seen it either. Doctor Strange, really good movie. Trippy. What else do I say? Might take a little long. It might be a little one character I had to see. You know, there weren't a whole lot of other characters I was really into besides Doctor Strange himself. Jeez, excuse me. Is the message, is the overall theme really something that grasps me? I don't really remember what it is, to be honest. Maybe I should rewatch it, but I'll put it B for now. You know what I'm saying? Iron Fist, haven't seen it. Heard it's not good. Guardians Volume 2. See, if I was one of y'all, if I was one of the mainstream opinions, it would go here for some reason because you guys don't know what you're talking about. This movie's amazing. Just the time you get with the cast. We built such an amazing cast in the first movie. The second movie, where you actually get to see probably the most amount of just dialogue between them, what they think, you know, how they're moving throughout this world, the jokes. Just because of all that, you guys, there's no action, they're not shooting each other constantly, so it's bad. Dude, what are we talking about? Honestly, I've gotten to the point where I just zone out during fight scenes, and then all the themes, all the characters, you know, grappling with each other is what I'm there for. So this movie's great. This movie is A at least. This movie might be high A. This movie is that good. All right. Spider-Man Homecoming. Not gonna lie. No, y'all gonna hate me. That was my first Spider-Man movie. First real Spider-Man movie I've ever seen. Spider-Man Homecoming. Good stuff. It's just all around solid movie. We're going to high school for the first time in this movie, whereas it's been all older adults before. Now we're just Spider-Man in a plastic hat, what the heck, paper bag. Jeez, plastic bag, paper bag. What am I saying? I'm losing my mind over here. Spider-Man's good. I wouldn't say it. Where do I put it? It's high B or low A. Let's just put it low A. Defenders, put it in. Yikes. Just kidding. I'm gonna count it as not MCU. Because I'm thinking the MCU show starts with WandaVision. I know these Netflix shows, they kind of were whatever. Defenders would be F anyway. I have seen Defenders only because I only watched the Daredevil show. And then I had to watch Defenders between the Daredevil seasons. Defenders is yikes. Maybe if I watched other shows, I'd appreciate it more. But I was only watching for Matt Murdock, which the plot largely revolves around him and his characters. Elektra, Stick, the Hand. But still just didn't do it for me. I'm not even ranking this, so I don't know why I'm talking about it. Thor Ragnarok. Come on, bro. Come on. That's got to be high A. Right off the bat. Thor Ragnarok. It's kind of just, let's take the old Thor and let's take that new Guardian stuff that's doing really good. Let's put him into that version of space instead of the old lame version of space where they just go to Elf Planet. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Frost Giant Planet where there's just, we're big frost giants. No, it's actually make space interesting. Do what James Gunn did. And that's what they did in this with Sakaar, with everything. The whole Ragnarok prophecy was great. Hela was super memorable. I don't even think I really mentioned any of the villains in any of these. What a movie reviewer. Holy. Because I think most of the time it's not even really about the villains in these movies. But Thor Ragnarok has one of the most memorable villains there is. Hell is just great. You know what I'm saying? What other okay, let me go back. What other villain was really good in any of these movies? Maybe Avengers 1 with Loki. Civil War with Iron Man. But all in all, like, most times the villain's just, I'm a bad guy. I want to do bad stuff. And so that's not really what I care about. You know what I'm saying? Punisher. I think I watched 2 episodes of it. Black Panther. Let's put it up in A somewhere. I just rewatched part of this movie recently. I should really finish it. But that Killmonger twist where Killmonger comes in and he's like, I am the son of whoever. Everyone thought he was just some crazy outsider. He just takes that thing over immediately. Oh man. What a good movie. Rest in peace to I'm so bad with names. Oh, I feel like a terrible person right now. Oh, Chadwick. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. That's Black Panther's having such a hard time without Chadwick Boseman. I feel so bad. 3 different movies, 3 different Black Panthers. Man, it's great that he was able to do it. I just feel so bad. Jessica Jones. Haven't seen it. Doesn't count either to me. Infinity War. Here's the big one. Infinity War. We got there already? I thought there were a lot of movies at this point. I feel like I barely put any movies up there. Avengers Infinity War. I like how you follow the perspective of the villain. So many people in this movie. Why don't we just make the villain the main character? And he's so captivating. Every single sentence was quoted to death in all the memes, if you guys remember that. He just spoke in quotes. And he just tore everybody apart. This movie is just a slow descent into absolute madness. It's like Revenge of the Sith, you know what I mean? Order 66, The Snap, same sort of deal. I mean, come on. Come on, man. Best movie. It's the best movie. Still goes in 5 category. It is 5. I mean, how can you hate? Luke Cage. But down here. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Right at the... Maybe this might be Yikes. Is that a Yikes movie? Oh, is that a Yikes movie? What happens in it? You have the ghost girl. They're driving around San Francisco at the end of the movie. He becomes large. Dude, like, not a whole lot to remember. C tier. I apologize for my burping. I think when I speak like this to the crowd, a little bit hard to not. I don't know what it is. It's just my voice. It's just I don't know. Iron Fist season 2, bro. Come on, stop it, bro. Never watched. Daredevil season 3, dude. That goes in 5. So I put it in 5 anyway. Even though I'm not even ranking these movies or these shows, it goes in 5 anyway, dude. Daredevil season. I don't even care. You guys need to watch it. I can't not put that there. Punisher season 2. Come on, bro. Not MCU. Haven't seen it. Captain Marvel. I haven't seen it in a while, in a long time. Probably like 5 or more years. Ooh, maybe longer. Yikes. I remember this movie was controversial when it came out because it's the first woman. Maybe they should have had a woman earlier. They could have done that. But I guess they knew the target audience at the time. Target audience was getting bigger. But But then they didn't need to make her sort of just rude, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it's not so apparent in this movie, but when she comes in Endgame, she's like, oh, I'm better than all you guys. It's like, dang, I don't know. They could have just done better with the character, in my opinion. I don't think there's really any other characters that are notable besides Fury, of course. That was good. Good Fury stuff. I don't remember the plot too much, this movie. But I do remember it being fun. It was a good movie. You get to see more 90s stuff. You get to see more space. Do they go into space? I think they do. On a spaceship or something. I don't know, man. B. I'll put a low B. Endgame. Ooh, where do I put it? Endgame. Because the thing is, very much fan service. Stuff. I remember somebody told me before I watched this movie. She was like, "Oh, I can't wait for them to use time travel in this movie so that Captain America can be with Peggy." And I was just like, "What are we talking about? We're gonna bring people back by using the Soul Stone. We're gonna get the fist back. We're gonna snap again. We're not gonna do time travel. What are we talking about?" And I know there's the whole quantum realm stuff going on. So I should have known from then. But I was really hoping that wouldn't happen, and that's exactly what did happen. That was complete fan service. It's a little like, you go on your nostalgia trip to all the past movies, or a lot of the past movies. It's just sort of like, I just don't like when they do that. Something about it is just like, I liked the movie because it was new at the time. It was doing something new. So when you go back and revisit that, it's just going to be derivative, in my opinion. That's what a lot of these movies fail with. Recently, they're bringing back all these characters, and it's just like, man, like, I know it's hard to bet on someone new or a new type of plot or something, which I guess this is, but when you do the safe option and it just doesn't hit. I'm so mad about what they did with Thanos in this movie. You're just gonna kill him immediately, and then you're gonna bring back a version of him that's younger. He doesn't know anybody, and then he's gonna fight everybody with no rocks. And I guess it's sort of an even fight anyway. I don't know, man. They're just playing football. The first third of this movie, super good. The end of it, man, not as good. But it still is just doing something. Just the sheer scale of it is doing something none of these movies have done since, or before. So because of that, it's sort of in its own category already. You almost can't even rank it with these. But I might just put it with the other Avengers movies. Man, I know. It's a personal opinion. Believe it or not. Jessica Jones, not MCU. Haven't seen it. Spider-Man, Far From Home. Let me make sure you guys can see this whole thing. Spider-Man, Far From Home. Spider-Man did go far from home. He went to Europe. He's the most New York character we got. Bro was off in Europe. He was off in DC during this first movie. You know what I mean. What do we say? Far From Home is the weakest of the four Spider-Man Tom Holland movies. It's all right. I don't know. It's all right. I will say Mysterio was like, you actually remember Mysterio. He was a more notable villain. Fury, if he was actually Fury, would have been better. I guess he was Fury. I mean, but you know what I'm saying. It goes high B. WandaVision. Okay, I will count this show because we're actually getting into shows here. the Disney Plus shows. Much more aligned with the movies, in my opinion, so I'm going to put them with. This show was great. It's funny that I don't think it was supposed to be the first MCU show. However, it ended up being that way because of the virus. And it was episodically done. Is that a word? Episodically done to where each episode is its own thing and can live on its own. And they did such a good job. I mean, the slow reveal. And then episode 4, the big, total different person perspective. I like the week at a time draw out. A lot of people don't like it. I do like it. Everyone talking about what's going to happen. Well, they slowly reveal this show week by week. What a great show. What a good show. It goes an A. I thought it was really good. Maybe the ending was a little lackluster. They still had to be a villain. Maybe it should have just been she is the villain. Maybe they could have done something. Again, another mind trip. A hex in the hex. Something like that. Instead they have, I'm a witch. What was she even doing? I'm sucking your powers or something? What was the enemies, the villains? Agatha's. What was she even doing? What was her motivation? I don't even know. Because it was all Wanda. And, oh man, the story of grief, trauma, and denial that they show in this is so heartbreaking. Man, what a good show. It was such a good show. Come on. Let's put it here. Falcon and Winter Soldier. Ooh, y'all might hate me, but it's going down here. I don't remember, I watched the whole show. I just don't remember it being all that entertaining. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't need to be entertaining to be good. It's about the themes. I don't know. I will say it kind of does. Movies kind of do need to be entertaining in a way. Oh, the film bros are all gone after that one. I don't know. That movie the show just didn't do it for me. It should have been a movie. It was just, I feel almost nothing from them watching that. Not gonna lie. So it goes and see. Loki. Good show. I don't remember it all that much, but TVA, you're put in this whole other world. It's very proper. I kind of like that. The setting is great. They're all in suits all the time. The Kang stuff was great. This is just season 1, I guess. The Kang stuff was so good. I really wish that they did go through with Kang. At least recast him. Why are we doing Doom? Doom could have waited, in my opinion. If you want setup, your setup would have been. I thought that last stuff with Kang in the last of the first season, absolutely amazing. Show was just good all around. I don't know. I was entertained. Black Widow, Disney Plus release. Ugh. Kind of hurt. I haven't watched it since. This might be the oldest movie I've only watched once, besides the Hulk. Yeah, and it's maybe high end of B tier. I don't know. You get introduced to Yelena. Yelena's great. I think she's such a great character. I think that their dichotomy here was good. It was good stuff. 35 minutes in. Damn. I'll put a B. Whatever. Put in a B. I wish that this movie came out in 2012 or something. Whenever it actually took place, 2015. I think it would have sat much better. I think at that point, because we had just gotten off the high of Endgame, we wanted something. We wanted a movie that could take us forward into what is the MCU doing next, and us staying back in 2015, 16 was a little just made you itch for something new. So yeah, should have come out way earlier. I think it would have been higher. I think it would have been received better if it came out earlier. What were they doing, man? What if not MCU? Shang-Chi? I only watched it once. I didn't think it was all that crazy. I know some people think it's like the best movie ever. I don't know why. Maybe I just gotta see it again. I did think it was kind of cool how in Iron Man 1, the first few minutes of that movie, they mentioned the 10 rings. And here they bring out those 10 rings, dragon fighting, all that, Mandarin. It was good stuff. I like the California sort of millennial thing, which they hadn't leaned too much into previously. Why have we not seen Bro since? It's been, what was that, 22 that movie came out? We're going to see him in Doom, but it's like, how is he even going to relate to anyone? Man, they dropped the ball on Shang-Chi. I feel bad, actually. Maybe I would have rated it higher if it was, I don't know, if it was more relevant, if they mentioned Bro, if he showed up in something sense. If I rewatched it, maybe I'd rate it higher. Maybe I'm not giving this the best shot, but whatever. Oh well, Eternals. This is my first yikes. I sat in that theater. I was so bored. And I never watched it again. I never even thought about watching it again. You got Celestials. That's like the only thing people mention about the movie. There's Celestials in the ice. Okay. Yeah, it just goes in the yikes category, man. I didn't think it was very funny. I think it was pretty serious tone. I think they spent way too much of the movie like trying to flesh out these characters, but there's so many. Maybe they should have cut it in half and then just had more time with just a half the crew size and maybe done the second half later. I think this crew's not returning. For as far as I know. And yeah, man, I don't want them to return. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. Maybe you comic book fans are like, you wish it could have been something amazing. Perhaps it was amazing in the comics. I don't know. Hawkeye show, solid show. Probably that middle of B tier again. Oh, you Winter Soldier fans are so bad. I'll move it up a little bit. I mean, not really doing left to right. I'm kind of doing left to right. Hawkeye show. Kate Bishop was great. Yelena saved the show, in my opinion. Clint Barton. It's good to see. It's good to see him fleshed out a little bit, I thought. Christmas. I like the Christmas themes. I like the New York. It's sort of noir. I kind of just I don't know, it was enjoyable. It was just enjoyable. It was a good show, I thought. Spider-Man No Way Home. It was pretty good. I do think it had it's the first real multiverse movie. I know this is the multiverse saga, but where's the multiverse stuff at? Here it is. Did we watch the Doctor Strange is coming. Okay. Yeah, man, it was cool seeing everybody together on the big screen. All the Spider-Man. I watched all the Spider-Man movie in preparation for this. Sorry if I'm a big loser. Didn't watch other ones before, but I don't know. For some reason, I watched Iron Man, all that stuff, the first Avengers when that was new, basically. Just didn't get around to the Spider-Mans. I don't know what happened there. But this movie, it's pretty good. It does sort of have that nostalgia bit again, where it's like just a character being on screen. Oh, it's reminding me of my past. It's reminding me of the things I've seen before, and it's not really trying to do anything new, super new, besides get everyone in the same room to fight or whatever. But the moments between the Peters is what makes this movie good. That's what puts it up here. I'd put it over the first Spider-Man. It was good. Moon Knight. I didn't like it. I don't know why. Just it. I don't know. I like the first episode a lot, where he's like trying to figure out that he has this alter ego. He's like keeps waking up in places, doing all these crazy things. The rest of it, I was just bored with it. It was too dark. There weren't any other characters besides Oscar Isaac that I was really into. I guess there's the one girl that becomes, I don't know what she becomes, some superhero. His third personality was brought out at the very end, I think, but we didn't get to see any of that. I think he got canceled since. Rest in peace. Unless he's being brought back in the new Daredevil. I heard that rumor, maybe. I don't know. I just didn't enjoy it. I don't have much to say about it. Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. Probably that lower B again. It just how do I attack this movie? It was weird. Like, it's Doctor Strange. I feel like it's supposed to be a little weird. It's more Sam Raimi, which he did Evil Dead 2, which that is what we got. And it was all right. I don't have much to say. They brought out the Illuminati. They brought out some X-Men, but then that didn't do anything. They all like died immediately after. Yeah, if you're gonna have a multiverse of madness, this is probably what you'd want a lot of like multiverse stuff to be in. You do have the evil Doctor Strange, but he's only in there for a little bit. Yeah, it goes there. Miss Marvel, I watched the show. It just wasn't hitting. I don't know what to say. None of the characters are all that. I did like her family. That was my favorite part of the whole movie, was her family. The dynamics there of, why are you going outside? What are we doing? Other than that, her friends, the whole plot, what even was the plot? It was just boring. I get that it's more of a kid's show, It's kind of like Spider-Man, as to where she's a high schooler. I don't know, just didn't hit. Thor: Love and Thunder. Man. Yeah. When one person lives off the high of a really good movie, and then you try to just double down on that, man, it was too much. Thor was not grounded in this movie. I thought Infinity War Thor, peak Thor, because he was, crying about, his entire planet being destroyed, all of it, half his people dying. And, there's real humility there. And then he decides to be this strong warrior anyway, holds a star together. I mean, it's just hype. This movie, I don't know if you really see much of that. The goats were there. The Guardians were there. They should have been there more. I wanted a real as Guardians of the Galaxy. I thought that's what we were getting. And then it's just like, I don't know. This movie's mid. Whatever. I am Groot. Not MCU. She-Hulk. Let's go in and see right along with these. Do I put it in yikes? Maybe. I don't know. It was, you got Megan Thee Stallion with her. I thought it was at least fun. Like, I wasn't bored out of my mind like Moon Knight or like Miss Marvel. At least it was doing something. But what it was doing was I don't even know what to say about this movie. I want to get through these a little faster. It's getting late. Werewolf by Night, haven't seen it. Wakanda Forever. It's I had to watch it on a plane, I think. I was a little bored. But I'd maybe put a low B. I really wish you had Chadwick back on this movie. I don't really remember the end. I know you got Namor in there. I know I watched the end, but I didn't like remember any of it. I know we're just in Atlantis. I don't know, man. I think it looked visually impressive, though. I'll give it that. Guardians Holiday Special. Haven't seen it. I should see it. Quantumania. It's a sort of a yikes. It might go down into yikes. I think it's the lowest rated Marvel movie there is. Jeez, I just realized how many I was putting A, and now they're all going yikes, man, or C or yikes. Yeah, Quantum Mania, like I watched it on a plane as well. um, I just don't like the Ant-Man movies, and I don't know. I like the quantum realm. Like it is cool to see something actually in the quantum realm, but it looked like the CGI was just bad, and then the plot was so simplistic. Maybe I think the most I remember is them like eating in a diner in the quantum realm, and then they fight Kang. What else do they really do down there? Man, yeah. Guardians 3. Oh come on, baby. Fi. Dude, Rocket Raccoon. You got the whole James Gunn Disney story, which is maybe what the plot was. Could have been what the plot was. Who knows? Seems likely. Saying goodbye to the Guardians crew. They don't have to go kill everybody. They don't have to do it. It can just be, hey, what we had was good. We're gonna keep living life. And Chris Pratt will return. You know what I mean? When? I don't know. Oh man, such a good movie. I want to rewatch again. I like the plot. The villain was good. The having to create the perfect species sort of deal. And then Rocket goes, I'm the one that can create them. I don't know where I was going with that. It was tough. Absolutely tough. Secret Invasion, haven't seen it. I Am Groot, Season 2, haven't seen Season 2. I did see Season 1. Loki Season 2, let's put it up in A. It was good. I liked Kang again. Too bad he's not in the newer anything else. Kang played whatever actor name. Played like a different version of Kang, and it was like, geez, he did it again. I thought it was fire. The plot was good. It was all fire. It was all good. You get to see him holding those strings of reality together. How hype. A Marvels. What I put at yikes? It's a little above yikes. C tier. This movie, at least it was entertaining. Once again, the first bit of the movie where they're like switching bodies, I think. Is that what they're doing? I thought I was thoroughly entertained by that. Latter half, the whole thing felt a little like it was a Disney Channel movie. I think that's the best way to describe it. I felt like I was watching like The Descendants, or I haven't even seen that, but like a live action Disney Channel movie. That there's no better way to explain what that is. Yeah, villain was like nothing. Did the characters get along well? Yeah, I mean, there's sort of a group there. I wouldn't hate to see him back again, but it wasn't great. What if not MCU? Echo. I have seen this. Ooh, this might be yikes category. All I gotta say about this is that I thought there were more than 5 episodes, and so when I finished the 5th episode, I was like, okay, 1 to go, and it was over. How does the show end and I don't even know that it ended? How does that happen? Whoa. Wilson Fisk is in it. He was great. The main character being mute, good. Shout out to mute people, right? But maybe, I don't know, maybe that's really good for like a video game where like silent protagonist is a thing. It's gotta be extremely, extremely difficult to do in movie form. You gotta like read the subtitles of them doing sign language. Just what they like gave themselves to do was so difficult in the first place. I understand that it wasn't great. I understand what they're trying to do. I can appreciate it, but I don't know. Maybe they just need people with more love for the character of Echo in it. Like, they needed more direction, something else going on. All the characters were not memorable, really. Nothing really happens in this show. So yeah, X-Men 97, not MCU. Deadpool and Wolverine. I'll put it in B. A lot of people love this movie. I didn't love this movie. I didn't hate this movie. I've seen all the X-Men movies except for the New Mutants. Once again, we're doing the nostalgia multiverse. Bring them back again. They even joke about it. They joke about the multiverse in this movie, but then they do the multiverse in this movie in the same way that they're complaining about in this movie, which is sort of weird. It sits in a weird spot, being an MCU movie that's like 90% not MCU. You know what I mean? But it was funny. It was a good time. Great time in the theater, man. B tier. Agatha, I haven't seen it. I don't even know what this is. Blue. No, one final watch. What If? Haven't seen it. Spider-Man animated show. Haven't seen that. Captain America Brand New World. Yeah. Daredevil, Born Again Season 1. It was pretty good. Not as good as the older Daredevils. Not as good as the Odo. But it was decent. Man, we're almost an hour. Thunderbolts. Oh my god. This movie's good. Put it in A. It goes low A. It is that good. This movie, you look at the ads, you look at the cast, and you're like, what is this? Suicide Squad. This looks like it's going to be not good. But no, they actually put together like a good movie. This feels like old MCU. It's so weird. It's so weird how like a cast of I don't know, you just think like these are all like the most mid character alls from the most mid universe alls, from the most mid movie alls, except for Yelena. She carries, absolutely carries. Bucky's in there. The rest, they got good chemistry, and just the themes, the dark themes, the mind. Oh my god, how did they wrap that up? How did they put that in such a good box? I'm pleasantly surprised. Bam, wham, bam. A tier. Ironheart, haven't seen. Fantastic Four. It goes around here. I thought it was a little one-dimensional. The movie just wasn't doing a whole lot. Yeah, wasn't doing a whole lot. It was short. They should have had just another big act. Just, like Guardians of the Galaxy in the big prison or something. Just, I don't know. I was missing something. I want to see more. It felt like a TV show episode, But the characters are solid. I like how they felt like a family. They felt like a team. I just want to see more of that. Eyes of Wakanda, that's not MCU. Marvel Zombies is not MCU. Wonder Man, I didn't see it. Daredevil Season 2, I didn't watch it yet. Punisher, One Last Kill, I did watch that in preparation for Spider-Man. And it was it's so weird. The contrast between him in this and Spider-Man, there's no similarity. You know what I'm saying? There's no similarity at all. There was, man, I don't know, man. I didn't really watch the Punisher TV show, so maybe it was good wrap up. Was it trying to wrap up what happened? What was it doing? What was the point? I mean, sure, it's good. He's sort of accepting his past, yet he still had to kill 200 people or whatever in that show. I guess it was personal defense or self-defense. I don't know what to say about this gang. I don't know what to say. I'd probably go C, honestly. I don't know. I'm just not. I think I needed more context for this. So if I watch Punisher, maybe it'll go up. And then the new, which is not on here, Spider-Man movie. It was super solid Spider-Man movie. It was a super solid Spider-Man movie. It was just, it felt like the original Spider-Man, like the first Tobey Maguire one, or maybe the second one, where he's getting his powers. He's all alone. Nobody knows who he is. It's like super grounded, but yet all this stuff is going on. You get to see all these villains. He's trying to connect with his friends. He's trying to figure out who he is. Jean Grey is infecting the minds, but she's just depressed, so it's okay if she just goes and murders everybody. She's just a little on the crazy side. I'd either put it high B, maybe low A. That's where that would go. What did you guys think? Let me zoom in on these in case you can't see them. Does this work? If I just drag OBS around. Infinity War top. This seems right. This looks right to me. Yeah. That's a whole hour of work together. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did watch it at all, which I didn't expect anyone to. My voice, my throat is hurting. My skills at talking, I think, were pretty good. Not a whole lot of pauses. It's a lot easier to talk about something when you have all this content in front of me rather than me trying to talk about how I feel like it's a dang therapy session. Makes it a lot harder for me to actually get out what I need to say. So this is a good exercise. Maybe I'll do more tier lists just because I want to. And with that being said, hope you guys have a blessed day. Peace.